There was this girl and she had a house party and her mum was there as well, and one of the lads got dared to try and get with the mum, and he actually got with her mum, and obviously like mad ratings for him, but that's kind of really awkward for the girl.
Should you be friends with your parents on Snapchat?
No, that's a no-go.
No. I don't think you should be friends with your parents on social media.
I'd never, ever, ever let my parents follow me.
I definitely don't want her seeing my stories, to be honest. I don't feel my mum knows the real me, actually.
When you're young, you do things you arguably regret, and they kind of stay between you and your friends. You wouldn't share them with your parents.
They know you personally. It's very easy
They know
for your
who you
friend.
are.
And so they're going to be like, who you fooling? You never went to Reading, you're at home. Like, that type of stuff.
Your parents expose
Honestly, because it's so easy to make yourself seem like most people do it.
Would I tell my parents about my sex life? Yes, it's the best kind of gossip.
Definitely not, because my mum still thinks I'm a virgin.
What's sex? What's that? Never heard of that.
I could never ever bring up anything about boys, sex, relationships. Sex, we don't talk about that. When I first got my period, my mum told me to stop talking to boys.
Wow, my mum didn't even do that.
Our mate went clubbing in Amsterdam with his dad, and like we saw all the Snapchat videos in the group, and it was so funny.
And I was like, right, your dad's kind of jokes, you know? Because like, when I've seen him, he's been posh. So it's really funny to see someone really outgoing who's like that.
Would I ever go on the pool with my parents? No.
That's the craziest, wildest stuff I've ever heard in my life.
I could never wingman my dad. I just feel like his game would be so bad. I just stand there cringing.
I would never go out with my mum. If a boy tries to move to me, lock off. Absolute lock off. Everything is shut down, everyone is cancelled.
I've never taken my mum out like to a gay bar, but I feel like she'd love to go. She'd be like tipping the strippers.
Mum will probably pray for you.
There's certain times when you just need a mom, you don't need a friend. I got pregnant at 15 and obviously I needed a lot of support by my parents. Obviously I found out I was pregnant, I had to tell my mom and my dad. So that obviously made me and my mom a lot closer. Because we were so close, I felt easier, I felt like I could tell her anything because I trusted her. You need someone to like set out the rules and the boundaries so you know like what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah.
Once you act like your parent is just your friend, they're not. They provide for you a whole lot more than you know, and you need to realise that and humble yourself. Who's gonna give you advice that's coming purely from my own heart and at your best interest? Your friend might have a hidden agenda, might be jealous of you, might be trying to steal your boyfriend, but what's your mum gonna do? What's your
Who
dad
wants you
gonna
to do better than your parents?
Honestly, like there's...
Parents are just kids who have kids.
Basically.